This is Jim Emter, Van Ahn & Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. The closing grain and livestock comments for August 26, 2015. September corn market down 3 3/4, 361 3/4. December corn down 3 3/4, 373 1/4. September soybeans down 16 1/2. November soybeans down 12 3/4, 865 on the close. September meal down 320, 324.40 on the close. September Chicago wheat down 5 1/4, 489 3/4 for September. September Minneapolis wheat down 1/2, 496 1/4. September Kansas City wheat up 1/2 at 466 1/2. Tone to the market today was a bit weaker. Dollar index found some strength after trading lower last night, and that kind of allowed these markets to slip here a little bit. Good looking forecast around. We've got some warmer temperatures, very good finishing weather for the soybeans. Still need to answer the questions of, whether we had some spring impact or not, but USDA will give us those a little more sense here September 11th. From now until then, we've got to look at current weather conditions and forecasts. We got warmer temperatures, some wet conditions coming along, and that's the reason the soybean market's seeing a weaker tone. The wheat market, on the other hand, the dollar index coming back today, I think was one of the big proponents or problems for the wheat market. That's what allowed us to fade back a little bit. At the end of the day, what we believe we've got is choppy markets, lows around that 350 area to 360 in corn. The soybean complex heading towards 850, and we'll see what we can muster up from there. The wheat market, we believe, is near the lows, but lacking catalyst to get up and get going. So chop back and forth, some up, some down, but everywhere in between is where we see the grain markets right now. I think one of the big things as well is P&W bids strengthening right now, as it seems China's coming over for some business, and that's helping soybean basis levels in the West Coast. Talking the Dakotas and west central Minnesota to some degree. So we'll need to keep an eye on that as we work ahead. But some basis level improvements coming along here to some degree. Feeder cattle market down 85 cents, 194.90 after being down as much as $3 for much of the day. Live cattle market 87 1/2 lower, 140.82 1/2 on the close in October. Hogs down 35, 67.15, but back months were down a bit more than that as we work through the course of the day. Looking at the feeder cattle and live cattle markets first, we've got some 144 bids, asking prices 150. We'll see how they come together. Would expect some trade tomorrow in the north. As we look to long-range trends, we continue to see that downtrending market for the cattle market. We will get some recoveries in our opinion, but I don't expect that to change here, especially with the weak economic outlook. And for the hogs, we hit that top-end resistance level, and like the support we've been talking about holding the market, as we get up to this resistance, it's going to fade it back down in our opinion, and more of a choppy tone, and that's been exactly what we've been seeing here in this hog market. Feed cutout values were a bit lower here on the day. This has been Jim Emter, Van Ahn & Company, Alexandria, Minnesota. Trading in futures and options involves risk of loss and is not suitable for all producers. Past performance is not indicative of future results.